Hey guys, it is currently 2:47 in the morning on the 27th, and we're going to go ahead and talk about day 26 of NaNoWriMo. So I took a break until about 12:30 in the morning, so I didn't do any writing or editing or anything like that in that time. I don't remember what I was doing, whether it was just watching YouTube or just getting stuff ready on my tablet to start writing, but either way I wasn't doing anything at that point. Wrote 124 words in TE, 262 in TFL, and 514 words in PRV. Around 1, I switched to writing for 5 minutes and watching YouTube for 5 minutes, back and forth. I was determined to hit 3,485 words on the Dixons, no matter how long it took, and on a really good day, this would take me under 2 hours, give or take, with my 5-minute switch method, which at that point, if it took me 2 hours to write something with my 5-minute switch method, I'm actually writing for an hour altogether, and in this case watching YouTube for an hour, back and forth. But on a more slow to average day, it would take me about 3 hours, and you know, it's absolutely impossible on a very slow day where both characters decide to just not talk at all. But I finally hit 3,584 words at 4:13 in the morning, which is super weird because the goal was 3,485 and I hit 3,585, because that's just where my word count was at the end of one of those 5-minute sprints, but it was so weird that the numbers were just flipped there on the end. I took a small break here and then continued with the Dixons in hopes of making a bit more progress while they were still talking, to minimize the amount of words that I needed to write every single day from there on out. Because again, ideally, I would be writing 2 of these books a month until they were finished to make sure that I can start putting the series out next year. Ideally, especially since I have no idea how many books will be in this series. I know what the main goal of this series is, because every series has a goal. But the goal in this series, primarily, the primary goal, is Ken coming to terms with his PTSD and finding ways to help himself through it. I don't know, of course, if that will be actual therapy or medication, or if he's just going to continue the way he has been. But either way, I do know that from book to book, the primary goal has been Ken coming to terms with it, accepting it, being able to call it what it is, and not feeling ashamed for having it. So I think once he comes to terms with that, I think that book will be the last one in the series, but I definitely know he's not there right now in The Murder of the Dixons. He's getting better with it, but he still very rarely calls it PTSD without prompting. When he's talking to Alex, he calls it my thing, and even he's even hesitant to say that, because he doesn't like admitting that there's anything wrong, which isn't a word I prefer to use, but it is the word Ken uses. But yeah, ideally I would be writing 2 of those a month, which is why that 3,485 words was my goal. But I was hoping to make more progress, yada yada yada. Wrote an extra 1,438 words in Murder of the Dixons before moving on to Beatings from a Butcher. Wrote 170 words there, 24 in Photographs and Memories. I took a long break here until I headed to bed around 11:30 in the morning. I have no idea when I woke up yesterday, but I didn't start working again until about 11 p.m., at which point I continued editing for another author, because I had met my word goal for writing before I went to bed, which is normally my goal. I just actually accomplished it this time. I edited 1,032 words there and moved out to the living room around 11:12 p.m., and then wrote 74 words in Books and Badges and 50 words in Graham, just to get them out of the way so I can move on to other books in day 27. But for day 26, I wrote a total of 6,240 words, which puts me ahead of where I needed to be. Again, it builds up my, whatever that word is called that I've been using. It gives me some leeway to not hit my word goal on certain days. But I can't remember what I've been calling that. But, either way, day 26 went relatively okay for me, especially with The Murder of the Dixons. It took a little bit to get where I wanted to be, but I did hit the goal on it, and Carver and Baxter were both talking, which is great. But that is all I personally have for day 26. I hope your day 26 went well, I hope Nano has been going well for you, and I hope the few days that we have remaining of this month treat you very well as well. But that is all I have for day 26. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Nano, anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.